guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video because we're doing another extreme budget challenge, and this time I am collaborating with Barrett Pastor. Barrett's channel shares all kinds of food content. She shares meal prep, budget meal videos, and grocery hauls, and she puts a Weight Watcher spin on it, and she's just so entertaining to watch. So please head on over to her channel. She will be linked down in the description box below. She's also going to be sharing some $5 crockpot meals, so I can't wait to see what she shares on her channel, and I'm sure it will be very health conscious. So head on over to Barrett's channel. That's Barrett Pastor at Living Life on Track. So the thought process for this collaboration is $5 crockpot meals. So the plan is to try to get 3 crockpot meals, $5 each, that will serve 4 people per crockpot meal. So this can be tough, guys. The inflation is hitting hard. So this was my take on it. I wanted to do something that wasn't just rice and beans and vegetable soup. I wanted to add some protein in there because it's so hard these days to be able to afford protein. So I took a pack of chicken, I divided it across 3 meals, added ingredients to make it delicious, and ended up spending about $16.50. So the goal was to do $5 per crock pot, so that's $15. I ended up spending about $1.50 more, but these meals were delicious. There was some variety. There was, not a lot of ingredients in a couple of the meals, but they were delicious. So I spent about $16.50. Let me show you what each meal cost, how I made them, and show you how it turned. The first meal that I'm going to share with you is a creamy chicken noodle soup. Now this is something I just kind of made it up. I knew I had the chicken. I had divided the chicken into 3 portions. I have this package of chicken that we got. It's a little over 2.5 pounds. I'm going to divide this package into 3 portions so that I can stretch this across 3 meals. So here are my 3 packages of chicken that I got in that one big pack. And so I used 1/3 of that pack of chicken. I used 4 cups of water with some chicken bouillon. If you don't have chicken bouillon, you wouldn't have to use that. A cream of chicken soup and some noodles. So let's check it out. For tonight's budget crock pot meal, I'm going to be using one of these portions of chicken where I divided that 1 pack of chicken into 3 portions. So this is just about 3/4 pound of chicken. I'm going to put that in the crock pot. We're going to make creamy chicken noodle soup. This just sounded really good to me. Tonight it's going to be very simple. It's very budget friendly. This whole pot of soup is going to cost like $4.66, I believe. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I've got a cold, so some chicken noodle soup when I have a cold, when it's 30 degrees outside, sounds yummy. So I've got my chicken here in the bottom of my crock pot. I'm going to add in some water. I am adding 2 chicken bouillon cubes to this. This is not required. I just happen to have it in my spice cabinet. I'm going to use it, but we're going to be using that to make a chicken broth. If not, just add 4 cups of water, add salt and pepper. But I'm going to be adding 4 cups of water with 2 chicken bouillon cubes. There's 2 cups and 2 more cups. I am going to be adding in this cream of chicken soup. That's what's going to make this creamy. So let me get that in there. I'm going to give that a stir. I'm not going to add salt at this time because the bouillon is salty. So I'm going to wait and taste for that later, but I'm going to go ahead and add some pepper. I like a lot. All right, I'm going to put the lid on this. I'm going to cook this today on low for about 6 to 8 hours. You could cook it on high, probably about 3 to 4 hours. I don't know, you just have to check your chicken and see if it's done. It should shred easily. So here is this soup after it has cooked all day. I'm going to take this chicken out and cut it up, shred it up, and then I'm going to be adding in these noodles. These I got in the international aisle. I'm sure you've heard other people talk about these at Walmart. They're 48 cents for this package. It's a 7-ounce package. The only shape they had were these shells, so that's what I got. I'm going to add this in to the soup. Get that chicken cut up, added back in, and our soup will be ready in about 30 minutes. Here is our creamy chicken noodle soup already, and those noodles soaked up a lot of that soup, that liquid. If you want your soupier, you could add in some more water, but this smells amazing. My daughter has already had some, and she said this was the best chicken noodle soup that she has ever eaten. Look at that. Oh my gosh. You have got to try this. This meal only cost $4.66. We've already had 3 servings out of this, and we still have this much left. And it's so creamy. Definitely give this budget crock pot meal a try. Okay, for this chicken meal, we're going to be using one of our chicken portions, and we're going to be making chicken fajitas in the crock pot. I'm going to suggest that you use this pepper and onion blend from Walmart. It's $2.40. They were out, so I bought 1 orange pepper, 1 green pepper, and an onion that was a little bit more than the $2.40. So you can do it whichever way you want. This is how I'm going to do it when I use this, since they didn't have that frozen peppers and onion blend. So I'm going to go ahead and slice up my veggies, and then we're just going to dump this in the crock pot and have chicken fajitas. Okay, now that I have my peppers and onions cut, I'm ready to just dump all this in the crock pot and go. The reason you want the peppers and onions is it really bulks up this chicken, because this is like 3/4 of a pound. It's not even a whole pound, so we're trying to stretch the protein. So we're keeping this really simple. This is going to be chicken fajitas, so I'm going to start by putting some of my peppers and onions on the bottom. Just so that chicken can kind of sit on top of the peppers and onions. A few more. You can kind of spread around there. I am going to go ahead at this point and season the chicken with just salt and pepper. Then I'm going to season again in just a second. Salt, pepper. I'm keeping the seasoning really simple. You could put taco seasoning in here or fajita seasoning if you want. I'm trying to stick on the budget, so I'm just going to do salt and pepper. But for flavor, I am going to add in 1 can of Rotel. If you bought the Great Value Rotel, it's going to be cheaper than the name brand. My Walmart was out, so I'm using original Rotel. You could use the hot if you want it spicier. So I'm going to pour that over top of the chicken. Make sure you get that spread all around. Then I'm going to put the rest of my peppers and onions. This can and fill it with water. I'm going to pour that over top. And then I do want to add a little bit more salt and pepper to the top for these onions and peppers. We're going to put a lid on this, and we're going to get it started in our crock pot. We are going to cook this on high for about 3 to 4 hours, or low for 6 to 8. And then this will be our yummy chicken fajitas. Here is what the fajita chicken mix looks like after cooking all day. It's all done. I am going to be taking out these pieces of chicken and shredding them and putting them back in. This cost $6.78. It's a little bit over budget, but I think I made up for it in the other meals.
That's what this costs. You can eat it just like this. You could serve it over rice, serve it in a tortilla. That would add a little bit of cost if you wanted to do that. But this chicken fajita mix was $6.78. Here is that chicken shredded up. I barely had to use a fork. It just shredded up so easily. I'm gonna add that back to my crock pot. Here's what it looks like. It smells delicious. You can add whatever seasonings you want. I kept mine simple with the salt and pepper. And this is 4 servings. I'm gonna be serving mine with tortillas. And here are my chicken fajitas served on tortillas. Again, you could serve this on rice or just eat it as it is, but this is delicious.
The last meal that we're making this week on our $5 crockpot meals is chicken and stuffing. So I have the stuffing mix, cream of mushroom. I have 2 bouillon cubes I'm going to use. If you don't have it, just use salt and pepper. And my last pack of chicken. We're going to start this just like we did the chicken noodle soup. We're going to put the chicken in with 4 cups of water with the chicken bouillon and mix in the cream of mushroom. The chicken stuffing will go in after the chicken is cooked. The ingredients for this meal cost $5.06. Here's the chicken. And, bouillon and the water. And then 1 can of cream of mushroom. Gonna give that a stir. I cooked the chicken for 6 hours on low. You could do 3 to 4 hours on high. Then I pulled out the chicken, I shredded it and put it back into the liquid. I then poured the stuffing mix in there and kind of patted it down to where a lot of it is below the liquid. A little bit was out because I wanted a little bit of crunch. And then I just put the lid on it and let that sit for another 30 minutes. And this is what it looked like. Now, once I stirred this up, this is what it looked like in the bowl. This was very delicious. You could serve this over rice or just eat it as is. That's what we did. And this was really good and comforting. It was like Thanksgiving in a bowl, guys. So that's going to do it for our $5 3 crock pots Can We Do It challenge. Thanks Barrett Pastor for offering to collaborate with me. She's over at Living Life on Track. You need to check her out. She shares tons of budget videos, recipes, meal prep, and she puts a Weight Watchers spin on it. So it's very interesting. I will leave her channel linked down below. If you head over to her channel, please leave her a comment. Let her know that I sent you. Give her some love. And if you are here from Barrett's channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you've not already thought of it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.